Welcome, beautiful people. Thank you for coming to the channel. This is going to be me trying on the BookTube Tuesday um, idea, and I hope you all enjoy it. It's probably going to be boring for a while, but it's also going to help me fix up be doing my TBR, because that's not even the first bit of TBR. The first bit of TBR is on that side of the room, and once I get it all fixed up, I'll show you. But yeah, so anyway, it's on Maximum Ride School's Out Forever, and I realize this is the second one in the series, but that's when I started doing my book log, and it's not much different from the first book. It's basically a clone of the first book, and it's like he finally got the formula right, so he went with School's Out Forever instead. I uh, I bought it at Hastings when Hastings was still a thing. I'm sure it has a hardback version, but I had it in paperback, and I'm gonna read off of my book log just so you know. Um, I'm just gonna give you the information that's on my book log. I started it on February 20th, 2016, and I finished it on February 25th, 2016. And um, it was back when I was devouring books left and right. James Patterson wrote it, obviously, I think I said that already. It was published by Little Brown Company in 2006 with a 409 page count, sci fi fantasy mutants book. It felt inconsistent, like certain characters are supposed to be in a different place. The last book ended with two of them in a different state scouting for like a week, yet somehow 24 hours later, those two are with the rest, and the scouting wasn't even mentioned. If I'm correct or not, if I'm correct, the scouting wasn't even mentioned. The previous book wasn't really mentioned at all. They were all basically in the same spot they were in the first book. It's like he couldn't get the formula right, so he rewrote it and then just pawned it off as the next book. Which I'm not knocking Patterson. Patterson is an amazing author, and he is in my top 5 favorites of all time. Um, so they somehow 24 hours later, those two are with the rest. It turned out to be a fairly awesome book, all in all, and it held its own against the first book. It really did, but it was almost exactly like the first book, which didn't make any sense. Uh, Other than he didn't get the formula right the first time. I'm going to go back and read two other books that are by James Patterson that are basically the same universe. Um, I say that because it's based on a mutant bird girl named Max, and he swears up and down it's not Maximum Ride, but I'm going to go back and more or less judge that for myself. I mean, I know he's the author, and he can obviously tell you that it's not. But anyway, held its own against the first book. It was even slightly better in its own right. It had different bits and bobs, made it better. Apparently, he got the formula right, and it worked. Uh, I just wished it didn't have. I wished it didn't have the inconsistencies that it had. Um, it was the ease of reading was 4. The characters were 5 out of 5 stars. The plot was 5 out of 5 stars. Ease of reading was 4 just because of the inconsistencies. Overall, it was a very, very good book. Um, but at the end of the day, I think that if you read The Angel Experiment, you could probably just skip to the third one in the Maximum Ride series and still be fine. I promise you these book reviews will get better. I'm just trying them on for now. So thank you very much for tolerating me and putting up with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you soon. I love you all. Please comment on anything you think I should read. Comment, like, subscribe, click the bell if you want to see notifications, and I will see you soon.